What is going on? We're back in the world of Dragon Ball Z, the legacy of Super Dragon Ball Heroes. Now, let me just say, I'm gonna be honest with you, right? I'm gonna be completely honest with you. I saw this event, right? I'm like, all right, a free new unit, not bad. You know what I mean? Banner. I'm not gonna lie to you. The only person on the banner that I was thinking of, I'm like, listen, Cucumber, pretty cool guy, right? He's pretty cool. But I remember Golden Cooler coming out on JP, and I was like, yo, damn, Golden Cooler looks like a badass motherfucker. I'm like, what does this guy do? I read his links, meh. I read his, like, ability, and I was like, damn, this mother, like, he's a really good support unit, you know what I mean? Like, he low-key fucking badass. Like, he low-key is a god. But then, I'm gonna be honest with you. Right? I was like, Cooler's a shit. Then I look at Cucumber, right? I look at this motherfucker. I go, what's his ability? So I'm thinking to myself, Cucumber or Golden Cooler, right? I look at this motherfucker. I go, Jesus. Attack and defense plus 100%, 150%. High chance of stunning superclass enemies after receiving an attack. High chance of turning into Giant Ape when HP is 50% or less. I was like, yo, that's low key. I saw that. I said, yo, if I could get anyone, I would love to get this motherfucker. This dude sound like a badass. I said, you know what? I'm gonna let it rock. I'm gonna let it fly. I'm gonna go ahead and let fate take the fucking wheel to the car. You know what I mean? I'll do one single summon. I don't have the stones for this. Bandai dropped 18 fucking banners and like 2 events. So I really don't have the stones for this type shit. I'm like, you know what? I'll do a single. And then I got Magetta. But that's not what happened. That's what just happened. What had happened in the past, your boy got your boy Cucumber on a single. Hold up. Zoom in real quick. Enhance that image. Is that the Sharingan? I think that's the Sharingan. This motherfucker is part Uchiha. Your boy got lucky. Your man got lucky. Single summon. This never happens ever, except for the few times that it's happened. You know what? It's official. I'm going to have to change the wallpaper. I'm going to go ahead. Hold up. Wait a minute. I got to go ahead and put that. Boom. There we go. Now we got the shitty wallpaper. This is like, you know what this reminds me of? If you ever owned a Sidekick 3 or a Sidekick LX, you'd go online to like shitty websites and download skins and you'd have like the skin in the background. That's what that reminded me of. It bring me back to the good old days. So, you know what? This is proof that good things do happen to good people. As you can see, I've been out here farming this event. You can actually get this free to play. Cucumber, Coomer, whatever the fuck you call him. He actually ain't that bad. Key plus 2, attack and defense plus 50%. All extreme class allies, attack and defense plus 20%. That ain't bad. When attacking... Super class enemies, attack and defense minus 20% after receiving attack. Launches an additional super attack within the same turn after receiving attack. Launches an additional super attack within the same turn after receiving attack as the first attacker in a turn. Oh shit, so he has guaranteed additional? Damn, that's a... Fuck, that's low-key gods here, dude. Super food. Up to 4. Chance of evading enemy's attack. Including super attack plus 10 up to 4. Oh, okay. Foo. Yeah, this is I definitely say if you have a dream, which is my dream right now, is to do another LR summon, I'd say skip this banner. I feel like it ain't really worth it. The rates are probably dog shit ass. But you know what? If you get lucky like me, you get that single summon. You got nothing to worry about. What you got to worry about? Nothing to worry about. We all good. And as you can see, I'm using a busted up, shitty team. Because that's what you're supposed to do when you play the story mode event. You're not supposed to bring these OP teams. It takes all the fun out of it. But obviously, I'm happy I pulled the unit. That's great. But I actually have better news. I have even better news. Actually, past week and a half, I've actually felt like, I really gotta admit, like, whenever I get stressed out, I really do feel like sick to my stomach. Like, I'd be feeling like the world's about to fucking end, which is, like, it's hard to understand because I don't know if you ever listened to Logic. Unfortunately, I have listened to Logic. It sounds a little cringy, I know, but, he has some good songs when he's not telling you he's biracial. And, I remember one of his songs is called Anxiety, where he's like, I don't understand. How could anxiety make me sick? How could this thing make me sick? That's really how I feel, bro. Like, sometimes I'll be feeling just sick, just terrible. And, dude, 2018 was like all that. rolled into one just because I really didn't understand that me being fucking emotionally sick made me physically sick. And this past week, bro, I've been feeling really good because I talked to my parents and I basically have been trying to like explain my perspective of things and trying to like, figure stuff out. By the way, let me just say, if any of you've seen The Joker, and you know how like in The Joker with Joaquin Phoenix, you know how like at some point the mental health institute gets shut down and like there's like no easy way to get help. I actually for the past like 4 weeks was trying to get in contact with like some therapist somewhere, just to like maybe ask them for advice or ask them for like possibly help. Dude, that shit is fucking impossible. I don't know how we don't have more people just becoming the Joker, because that shit is a pain in the fucking ass. I called 2 places. They're like, yeah, we take your insurance, everything's good. I'm like, all right, can I make an appointment? They're like, yeah, we're booked solid, dude. We're booked solid. So I call back. They're like, call back next week. I call back, and they're like, yeah, we have some spots, but we don't take your insurance. We don't take your insurance. And I'm like, but last time you said you took my insurance. It's like, nah, we don't take your insurance, dude. So if you're anyone out there that's thinking of becoming the Joker, just go ahead and do it, bro. I'll be out there with the clown mask. But yeah, I basically had a conversation very loosely with my parents. That's one thing I like personally whenever I talk about personal things with my parents. I don't like sitting down with them and having like a legitimate discussion. Because first of all, it feels weird. Like, first of all, when you do that with anyone, when you go, anytime someone says, I have something to tell you, it's fucking weird. It feels weird, and especially with your parents, you're just like, I don't even want to talk about this. I want to just take all my emotions, take all this shit, bury it deep inside, and then worry about it later. But I had 2 conversations this week that made me feel better. One conversation was that I basically sat down with my mother, who she had some credit card debt and she needed some money. She needed like $1,000 to pay off some credit card debt. Now, I wasn't happy about paying off the credit card debt, but what made me happy, like made me like a proud fucking parent, is like my mom in the past has done dumb shit and then would just tell me after the fact and be like, yeah, I did some dumb shit, by the way. And this time she was thinking of taking out a bank loan and paying off her credit card bill, which would have been really fucking stupid because she didn't have the money, and that literally would have just been kicking the can, and I don't think she would have figured out a way. She could figure out a way, but I don't think she wanted to figure out a way to pay her bill. So fair enough. Like, I told her, listen, you have to stop using your fucking credit card. Plain and simple. Just not even an emergency. You dying, write a check. Don't use your fucking credit card. So for me, the fact that she actually talked to me made me feel better, and I just really do not. I want my parents to be happy. I want my parents not to be miserable. I want my parents not to make me miserable, which is a hard part because they sometimes do make me miserable. But that made me feel good. Another thing that made me feel good is that in the next couple months, we own 2 cars. One is for my family. One is for my dad's family. One is for my dad, and basically in a couple months that car payment is gonna be done because we bought that shit a long time ago, and that's just expensive as a motherfucker because these guys don't believe in leases. They only believe in financing for some reason, and he is going to be done with that car payment in a couple months, which is good because every month I look at the fucking, I look at the end of the month, what bills are due. Sometimes my dad has enough money, everything's Gucci, but more times than not, I look, all of a sudden, the electric bill got to get paid. That's $250 out of my pocket. Oh, this got to get paid. Another $300 out of my pocket. Oh, the insurance, $500 out of my pocket. So there's been bad months. Last month was actually a really bad month where I ended up paying like $1,100 out of my pocket. Which sucks. I can't do that, and I ended up having a conversation with my dad, basically saying, because he said yo, we're gonna be done with the car payment. That's gonna be good money, and he has some debt he wants to pay. Like, he borrowed money from some people, and he's like, yeah, I could pay it off super fast, blah blah blah. And I'm like, listen, can you do me a favor? Can you not do that or pay a little less, because some months, like, I've been paying a couple $100 because there's no fucking money. And then what makes it difficult about this, I don't like talking about it, is the fact that he gets upset and he's like, why are you paying that? There's no reason to pay. And it's like, motherfucker, you don't have enough money. He's like in denial. He doesn't want to admit that he took on more responsibility than he can really handle. And then another thing is that my mother is in fucking Izanami, where she's like, fucking your father has to pay child support, quote unquote. He has to give me this money, this money, this money. And like my dad already pays all the bills, my dad already pays everything, and she wants more money. So when it comes to that, he's been paying it, but some bills slip, and then it needs to get paid. It's as simple as that. Like at the end of the day, the fucking bills need to get paid. I mean, I understand. I'm literally just elongating the inevitable being something gets cut, something gets broken, something happens. But it's just been a hard process. It's been a hard 3 years. I feel like after these 3 years, I actually turned into a fucking man because I'm miserable. For the first time in my life, I'm truly fucking miserable. Like not even a LOL, dude. It's terrible. Like I don't hate my life. I don't hate my circumstances. Well, I kind of hate my circumstances, but it's one of those things where it's just you have to man up. You gotta get your nuts out, and you gotta go. You gotta look down there first of all, because it's been a while. You look down, you go. There's still nuts down there, believe it or not. Despite the fact that I've been on some cuck shit lately, there's still some testicles down there. There's some testosterone somewhere. We're gonna have to find it, but it's there. But those two things made me feel better this week, and then honestly, the thing that made me feel the best at work, single summon. Cucumber, boom. That's a fucking perfect week, bro. And not only that, hold up, wait a second. Shout out to Martin Luther King Jr. Because now, this Monday, I have off. That's right. This year, my company decided not to be racist. Last year, they were racist devils where they're like, oh, fuck Martin Luther King. We don't have off. And then this year, they're just like, oh, he's the best guy ever. So, 3-day weekend. I'm going to tell you something right now. You know how, like, you're in school, you get those 3-day weekends or you get those breaks? Not only do you get them in a job less frequently, but when you do get them, you appreciate that shit. Okay, it's January. I'm already looking forward to fucking Thanksgiving. I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. All right, I'm really getting sick of the rat race. I'm really getting sick of the fucking rat race. I'm real fucking close to fucking. I'm about to go to fucking Amazon and like try to like figure out what is inside of Jeff Bezos' head. Like, not in terms of ideas. I don't want to steal his ideas. I just want to steal, like, his bank account information, something that could get me some money, and I could just go live in the fucking Caribbean or Cuba with fucking Tupac, and we could be good. It could be great. That's what I'm looking forward to. That's what I want. But I don't know if that'll come to fruition, honestly. I do not know if that'll come to fruition. But, yeah, it's been a good week. Not too bad. I actually have 2 coworkers who went out on vacation this past week, so it's been light work at work, and not light work in the sense that I'm not doing work, but light work in the sense that the scope and the stuff that we do is not as large as what we usually do because we have more people, we can do more shit. And dude, this week I got drained, honestly. Like this week for the first time, where basically the product that we're creating, it's a product that's going to be publicly available on the internet, and for some reason my company is like in its infancy when it comes to security testing practices. And the reason why I say that is because we went to the team that does security testing. Like, that's their entire existence. That's what, like, they're supposed to exist to enable other teams in security. We go, we're like, hey, dude, we got to do some security testing. We got to figure this shit out. What do we do? And you're like, yeah, just use this program called Burp Suite. And that was it. It was like, Burp Suite, there you go right there. And it's like, no examples, no fucking guide to follow, just Burp Suite. There you go. And, dude, it was a drain. The reason why it was such a big drain is, like someone could tell you, like, oh, we use this program. Oh, we use this fucking, I don't fucking know, this fucking, this fucking, criteria or this fucking process. But if they don't give you the examples, it's not as useful, and it's, like, literally pointless, especially when it comes to the fact that when it's things like security testing, where a lot of the examples online, like if you Google Burp Suite and you Google examples, a lot of the examples are for, like, websites, not for services. Like, ours is a service. It doesn't have a web page. We don't really need to worry about fucking, ooh, that's low-key a badass super tag, not gonna lie to you. We don't really have to worry about fucking, basically, like, cross-site scripting. You don't really need to worry about that because we're not a website. We don't allow JavaScript in the first place. Same thing goes for, like, other things that they mentioned that doesn't really apply to us. So what ended up happening this sprint is that like a good day or half day was just me on Google going, please God, give me an example. Please give me something, please. And of course it was nothing, because whenever you need something on Google, the shit is on Bing or somewhere else. And it ended up basically being that it took a while to kind of get used to using the program. It was dude, one thing I hate is when I have to use a program, like point and click, like when I can't use their API. And dude, I looked on their website and they have like an API that you can use apparently. I don't know how. But apparently they do have it, but you got to pay extra to use it. So like on their website, what we're paying for is like $400. And then I look at the fucking, like, what if you want to use it, like, for, like, integration items or, like, things like in Maven and shit like that. And it's like, you look, they're like, yeah, it's going to be about $4,000. I'm like, 10 times the fucking price for API fucking usage? Like, what the fuck is wrong with you, dude? Like, fuck off. Give me that for fucking free. Don't give me that for fucking an extra 10 times just to use that in a fucking command line. And it's probably shit. Let's be honest. Like, I looked at the website. There was, like, no description. There was, like, no information. And I was just sitting there going, this is low-key gonna be trash. Like, I was getting depressed thinking about it. But I powered through it, you know what I mean? I ended up working from home. Well, not the whole day, but I went home early one day to check my car out. And then I also worked from home doing that. And, like, it was literally, like, brain-dead work. Like, literally, whenever I do work like that, I'm fighting to stay awake. Like, that shit is hard, man. Like, I don't know how people do a job that they find extremely boring. Like, my job isn't the most exciting thing ever. But, you know, it keeps me awake. Like, I could be tired. There's been times I've gone to work where I was exhausted, and then I start doing the work, and it wakes me up, and it's like, you know what I mean? It's like invigorating. You're involved in shit. I don't know how the fuck people can do, like, Excel spreadsheets, just sitting there fucking making Excel formulas. I don't know how people can do, like, paperwork. Like, I don't know. Maybe if it's your job and you're used to it, and that's, like, just the shit that you do, like, you get used to it, and eventually, like, that becomes the thing that you're like, oh, yeah, I can do this, and it's not hard at all whatsoever. But, dude, like, recently I did my end-of-the-year review. Holy shit. I was fighting not to fall asleep. I was like, dude, I cannot fucking do this. Like, I had to start doing actual work, because, like, I was doing the mid-year, the end-of-the-year review, and they're like, oh, how do you think you did here? How do you think you did there? And I'm like, I'm amazing. I'm awesome, obviously, here. Here's the fucking information. Fuck off. See any cumbers? No cumbers? No cucumbers? Extreme SDR. Xylus? Or Aeolus? What the fuck? Cealus? Whatever. All types keep this. Ooh, this thing got a good leader skill, low-key. Not bad, not bad. But, like I was saying, I was doing my end-of-the-year review. It was all paperwork. I was fighting, bro. That shit was really just making me so exhausted. And, you know, ended up working out. And honestly, I'll be honest with you. Another thing that gave me energy this week is the fact that Pokemon Masters is just a god-tier game. Like, really, like, I made that video where I was saying Pokemon Masters, like, way better. But this week I've been playing Dokkan, and while I'm out playing Dokkan at home, I have my extra Android phone. I just have that motherfucker. Right now, as I'm talking, it is grinding Pokemon Masters. It is getting those orbs. They got new sync orbs in the fucking game. I'm getting those bitches. It's grinding them motherfuckers out. And it's just been amazing. Like, it gives me so much energy that, like, I created the fucking Frep script perfectly to the point that I left today. I started it today at, like, I don't know, 8 a.m., and I came home, it was still running, and it's still going right now. Like, that makes me so happy. Like that's the thing with games like this. They're fun, but, like, when you're starting off, there's so much fucking grinding you have to do. It's not fun, in my opinion. Like it's fun and it's not fun. Like, at a certain point, you hit a wall where you're like, holy shit, I can't do this anymore. That's why I think games like this, they do add the auto feature. And they're like, oh, you know, just fucking hit auto, sit back, watch a fucking movie, whatever. And, you know, I think it depends. Like, this event I'm playing in Dokkan right now, it's a little monotonous, but it's actually kind of fun. At least it was fun earlier today because I was using a shitty team, and the fact that I got the new characters getting me hype. But with Pokemon Masters, like, a lot of the stuff that I was missing, like level up books, I'm like, holy shit, I'm going to have to grind motherfucking level up books because I have not done that. And then I also have to grind Pokemon Masters support items. I have a decent amount of the red attack shit, just because of the Sol Galio event. You can buy that shit. But either way, I'm happy. I'm amazed because I feel like mobile games are becoming more and more important because they're the only games that do anything fucking good. Like, I swear to God, Call of Duty fucking Modern Warfare could have been an amazing game. It could have been one of the best Call of Duties ever. But they just fucked so much up with that game, and they just put so much bullshit in that game that literally the only thing I'll play in that game at this point is either Shoot House or Shipment. Those are the maps. Every other map is cancer. Every other map is shit. It's like, it's just such a... I paid $60 to basically play one game mode because everything else is so ass. I haven't played Spec Ops yet because when I played it was bugged, so I don't know if they fixed it or not. Probably because I played on like the release week and it was bugged where you could not complete it no matter what. And I think it should be updated, but I just haven't played it yet. But, you know, Call of Duty, shit. Red Dead Redemption 2, dude, real talk. If you know someone who is a developer for Red Dead Redemption 2, please let them know that they really, like, I want to sue them for fucking hurting me and making me so upset that the game is ass. Like, and not even the multiplayer could fucking be good. Like, that game, like, the story was kind of decent, but then the multiplayer was pure cancer dog shit, caca shit. Nothing but microtransactions and bullshit. Same thing goes for, like, every other game ever that's on my PS4. Like, they're just all ass. Like, even fucking Star Wars, the Forgotten Jedi, Last Jedi, whatever the fuck. That was a good game. I liked it, but that game was short as fuck. Like, I played $40, and after I paid the $40, I felt like I should have paid fucking $20 because that shit was short as fuck. I was like, Jesus Christ. Can I get some more content, please? But you know what? Mobile games, they never let you down, bro. These mobile games... I'm going to have to start... I'm gonna have to... Next generation console, fuck the PS5. Fuck the Xbox. I ain't buying that shit. I'm going to just take a couple $100. I'm going to invest it all in Dragonstones and Pearls. And you know what? I'm going to buy some Pearls for Naruto Blazing because the developers need that. Ain't no one playing that game anymore. Somebody got to pay that shit. I love how the last video I made... I think it was like, is there still hope for Naruto Blazing? And there was no positivity in that comment section. I think Kabuki just said no. He said absolutely not. And then the other people were just like, yeah, unfortunately, this is an ass game, which is fair enough. That's pretty sad considering that game actually had a pretty big following at one point. But you know what? It's a good week. Got your boy Cucumber on a single summon. You know what I mean? We out here grinding. We gonna fucking get the medals to awaken them. We gonna try to fucking get like 9 copies of SSR. See if we get lucky with the SA raise and see what happens with that. So he does have a free SA raise because you get another Cucumber from this event. So that's a pretty good. That's a pretty big W in my opinion. So I think I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna end it here. But before I end it, I'm gonna do one last single summon because my luck's been pretty high. Let's be honest. And you get to a certain point where your luck is so high, you just want to, like, spit in the face of fate, spit in the face of fucking probability, and you just want to say, listen, I'm going to go Super Saiyan 3 right now. I'm going to get it and shit, fuck, alright. Alright. This is taking me back to reality. There you go. Mr. Boo. Back to reality. Oh, there goes gravity. By the way, Eminem released a new album out of nowhere. Hopefully it's not ass. I saw that it was trending on YouTube, which doesn't mean much because YouTube just advertises everything. But I'm about to check that out. It is a 3-day weekend, my friends. Enjoy this Martin Luther King long weekend. And remember, 2020, it's a hell of a lot better than 2019. And it's way better than 2018. 2021, that's up for debate. If Donald Trump becomes president again, it's either going to become hilariously bad or just depressing. Or maybe he'll turn it around. Maybe because he doesn't need to get reelected, he'll show his true colors and he'll be a true patriot and let the world know that he wants to make America and the world a better